So I heard you wanted a Let's Play of Kingdom Come Deliverance.
God bless.
Same to you.
Today's a scorcher.
Oh, just wait till later. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slug of bed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Hello, you sexy biscuits, and welcome into Let's Play Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now, why am I doing this now, after the game's been out for almost 2 years? Well, last month, the last patch came out for the game, marking the end of development. So I wanted to come back to the start of Kingdom Come Deliverance and play all the way through. Plus, a lot of you have asked, so here you go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to go for here is we were chatting in the tavern.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
So the most important option here is definitely speech right now. We can get strength pretty easily, as well as vitality and also agility. But speech is incredibly important, especially early on in the game. Why would I be interested in sword fighting, Mother?
I don't mean to pry, but you know your father takes a dim view of such things.
Oh, there it is, the most legendary line in the game. I'm feeling quite hungry.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Oh, we definitely will. Thank you so much, Mother. So I want this Scarlet section to be kind of a starter guide for people, because I know people have recently bought the game after the recent Steam sale. And some of these tips may hopefully help people who have played the game before. My first tip is to literally take everything that isn't nailed down. Okay, we're just going to take all these apples, because why the bloody hell not? Because the apples we can trade in down at the village. Okay, let's take these. Let's take these bread rolls too. Now, I know the game is telling us to eat right now, but we'll do that in a second. Let's take this last apple here. And I also want to come over here to get this cheese. Very fancy cheese. Let's get that. And the next thing you want to do is come to this chest, because this has the nails for Teresa, which we'll need later, but it also has some marigold decoction. Now, this allows you to actually heal, so that is pretty damn useful. Also, in here are savior schnapps. This is the only way to save the game apart from exiting and saving. So we're going to take all of those as well, and let's take the nails for Teresa so we don't have to come in here later. Now, because I'm on PC, I've got the mod that allows me to save literally whenever I want. So there you go, and I don't actually need to use up those saviour schnapps. So we're going to eat from the pot there. So that got us up to 64 nourishment, so we may need to have some more later, but right now we're absolutely fine. So I had quite a few comments of people saying, you should play hardcore. No, I want this experience to be fun. And while, yes, I do appreciate hardcore mode, I don't think it would be very fitting for a series like this, where I'm going to be playing it a little bit silly and messing around a bit, because of course I am. That's kind of the style of this channel. Take everything from in here. Now, you will not be over encumbered. I thought I would be if I was to take all this, but no, thankfully not. We're also going to take this one single piece of cheese. There, you can put that with the rest of our cheese. We've got this bread here. Let's take this as well. Ooh, apples. Let's take those. And I think there's some more things over here. Let's take these as well. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm obviously going to be selling this stuff, because I want to try and make as much money as quickly as possible before we leave Skalitz, because the cool thing about Skalitz is the fact that we have 0 time limit. There's no time limit here. You can play as long as you want. Now, also in the room is this. Now, obviously, we don't have any lockpicks, but in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can get some. This is why I think Skalitz is the perfect start in almost any RPG, because it gives you this perfect learning experience, as well as giving you all the tools you need. And if you put the time and effort in, you can level up your character incredibly quickly. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm picking Sage right now. Well, that's because Sage I can sell at certain traders. Also, while picking up any type of herb, you gain your herbalism level. Now, every time you gain this, your radius of picking stuff up will grow more and more. But right now, I think I'm only going to be picking up probably 1 or 2 at a time. So you saw there, I picked up 2 possibly. So keep picking any herb you see. And I think the quickest way to probably do this is if we went and picked up some nettles, because nettles are generally packed quite closely together, and you can level up your herbalism incredibly quickly. What I would say is if you have a group around like this, always go for the one that's in the middle, because then you would end up collecting all the ones around it. Now, obviously, my herbalism isn't high enough for that yet, but when you are to the point where he's collecting about 10 at a time, always go for the one that's almost in the middle. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be picking flowers this entire video. I just wanted to make the point that it is incredibly important. I think if you have an hour, let's say, of doing this, you will really see the benefits in terms of your character level and certain perks you can get. Hello, Father.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Sorry, Father, I was picking some flowers.
Hal, my boy, when are you going to get some sense? Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure he'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Now, when he says to keep the ale cool, he's not lying. You actually have to get it back to him pretty quickly, so I always leave that to last. So the first thing I want to do is just quickly come up here and get the item for the sword.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzik, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Okay, so now we got that, we can head down into Skalitz. Now, the first thing I highly recommend you do is go and see Kunesh. Now, I know that 98% of you probably tried to beat him up and dismally failed, because Kunesh is quite hard to beat in a fist fight. But how I'm going to be doing this is I'm not going to use my fists at all.
What do you want?
Well, my father sent me for the money.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Well, pay for the tools at least.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Well, you can expect a visit from father then. Now, with my slightly higher speech level, I could have, in theory, have got him to give me the key for the chest. But the only way to get lockpicks is by doing it this way. So if I was to then come into his house here, there is a chest inside which is locked. So I'm going to come in here, open this door up, and then click on his chest.
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that. Fritz might have one.
And there you go. Now, by talking to Fritz, we can get 4 lockpicks, which is going to allow us to go back to the house and open that chest, because there is a special item in there, which I want for later on.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Yes, we know. You say that every time I walk past you. Actually, no, every single civilian says that. God damn it. Now at this point, you can do anything in any order, apart from obviously the ale. But what I'm going to do is talk to Combat Master Vaniak.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when a son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. But the world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Now, he is going to lead us up here, but when we're walking up here, you guys can see there's an awful lot of nettles along here. Make sure to pick all of these up. Now, there is no time limit in getting to him, so you can kind of spend your time doing this. Now, you will get over encumbered pretty quickly by picking up nettles, but by picking up nettles, you collect a lot of herbalism points, as you can see right there. Now, we want to level this up to 10 when we're here. So what I would recommend is spending about an hour listening to a podcast or something and just kind of going around and picking up all of the herbs you see. Now, this will obviously be very beneficial for you. Also, following him up here will lead us to a field that's absolutely bloody chock-a-block with sage. Now, I would generally go through this entire field and get every single piece because I'm incredibly OCD, but I really do recommend you do that. And I say that because in herbalism you can get flower power, which means if you have enough herbs in your inventory, you'll get +2 charisma. You can also get leg day, which will basically give you a couple of XP for every time you pick up a herb and put it into your strength attribute. Now, it doesn't give you a lot, and I'm not sure if it's exactly worth it, but it's kind of cool that they put that in the game. So we've got to Master Vaniak, and he's going to teach us the basics of sword combat. Now, I'm going to say right now, I wish they had put something like a training dummy or something in here, because this doesn't really give you the biggest idea of combat. It kind of gives you the basics, but that's it, and I think this is quite a big downfall in the game. I really wish they had taught you some more before you left Skalitz.
Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
So just keep circling in here, and then that will go for this little bit of the tutorial. So let's go around him.
All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself.
So we're going to go for a couple of slashes here, and come this side and go from above.
All right. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times.
Now, my personal favourite is the stab, which I use a lot when I'm in combat because I really bloody enjoy it.
One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
So we're going to come up from the right and then immediately go for the left, and then up and then slash down, and then up and then stab, and then right and then stab. And yeah, that's the end of the tutorial. That's why I say I wish they put something else in there so we could kind of level ourselves up slightly. Even if they put maybe a little bit of a limit on how much you could level up. I just wish they'd given you a little bit more experience before you left Skalitz. Because one of the biggest things I see in comments is people saying that they don't really understand the combat. So I've headed back into town and I'm going to quickly go and talk to this trader. Now we can sell everything that we just got our hands on from our house. So let's go in here and start selling our items. So we got some lentil soup there, we got some cheese, let's sell all that. The carrots, let's sell all those. I'm also going to go in and sell all of the weeds and stuff that I've got, including all the nettles here and also all of this sage. So already we've gone from 0 to 34.4. So I'm going to try and haggle here a little bit to try and get the price up a tiny bit for me. Let's go for 35.
Aye, for that amount I can be persuaded.
Nice round number, there you go. Now, of course, by picking up a load of nettles, we could actually make an awful lot of money. But of course, every trader has a limit on how much money they have. So for food, I would recommend sending to this lady and that person in there. And over here is a great place to sell herbs. Now, he has quite a lot of money, I think. So yeah, he has 80 groschen. And also, he does sell something that I do want to get at some point, and that is the quilted brown jacket. Now this does look very, very fancy, and it's only 169 groschen. Now you're probably wondering why I only spoke to Kunesh and didn't beat him up immediately, even though I really wanted to.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. In insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tartars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with you, Henry. I'm with you, Matthew. What's going on here?
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Ratzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deed will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but...
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge pile of manure. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
Now here we get three options, because of course Kunesh wasn't going to just give us the money. We can ask our friends to go and beat him up. But I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to just say, yes, I'll do it.
I knew you wouldn't miss out on all the fun. Let's go.
Listen, there's this locked chest I need to get into.
Really? And only straight not good enough for you anymore?
It's just that someone has something that doesn't belong to him, and I want to take it back.
If you say so. It's not skin off my nose anyway. I've got some lockpicks you can have. But if you get caught, you didn't get them from me.
Never heard of you. Thanks, Fritz.
Okay, so we have got our 4 lockpicks. Now, if we're hopefully somewhat good, we'll be able to keep all 4. But, let's be honest, I suck with the controller. Although, they did add in a new thing. So if you come over to game settings and then head over to lockpicking, you can see there is now a simplified option. So if you do struggle on controller, definitely turn this on.
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? The Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go and lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Hello, good lady. Your husband, Deutsch, has eaten all the jammy dodgers.
God almighty. The fool. Thank you for telling me.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund!
Woohoo! Eat shit, Deutsches.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Horse Hans! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbigniew? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
So you may have noticed that Hans is voiced by our good friend Sir Toby, which I never realised at first, but if you listen to it now, I can't not hear him. I should have got him to record those lines when I met him in Nottingham recently. So you know what? I'm gonna punch him in the face because I can do that. Ow! Hang on a minute, I'm trying to get Toby, not you. Bloody hell. Oh, jeez, we're almost dead. This is ridiculous. Wow, Henry is incredibly weak right now. Are we unconscious? Did they just take me out? Oh, God. Well, that could have gone better. Henry, you okay there, buddy? I think Henry's dead. I think Henry's dead. Henry, get up. Stop looking into the nether. I think I'm out of it. I can't move. I can go to my menu.
What are you doing? We don't have to run. We're on the right.
So I'm just gonna go back in time 1 second. Now this time, I don't want to get knocked out completely, but because we haven't had any fighting experience whatsoever right now, obviously, I was pretty damn weak. So what I'm gonna do is try and take this guy down. Nice, got him first. He's already surrendered. Now let's go punch Toby in the face. There you go. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, brilliant.
Stop right now. The catchpole is on his way.
Oh, look, it's your anchor. Hello.
Run, you cowards!
God be with you, Henry.
Haha, suck it, Toby. Run! I just wish they put the beard on him. That would have been hilarious. So we didn't take a hit once there. That's a lot better than the last time. Right, so if we keep heading up here, we can't get ahead of them. It doesn't really matter. You just need to make your way over to Kunesh's house.
We sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Oh, we do still have the option for them to go and beat up Kunesh. I may take them up on this.
We've sorted out Deutsch. Now I've got someone else to deal with.
Another beating? Count me in.
Kunesh owes money to my father, but he won't pay. I'll have to shake it out of him.
Sure, mate. You helped us, so we'll help you.
What the fuck are you here for? You want me to take a whip to you or call a catchpole?
Just try it, you old drunk.
And fight, my minions! Fight! Oh god, he's chasing me! Ah! Run away! Why are you chasing me? Ow! Oh my god!
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
I think he got hit so hard a part of his chest fell off. Oh, I'm so sorry. Now, by doing that, we've got the key, so we don't have to waste a bloody lockpick. So that's pretty awesome. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to go to here and unlock and take the items from in there. Awesome. Those don't come up as stolen. I think if you were to steal them, they would. But because we have the key, they aren't stolen items anymore. So that's pretty interesting. And that's where I'm going to leave it, because I think we've gone through quite a lot today, and also these episodes are going to be quite a lot longer than normal videos I make. So I hope you guys enjoyed. In the next video, we're going to go to some secret places, and I'm going to get some pretty cool items. Also, we're going to play dice, because we can make quite a bit of money by playing the guy at Farkle. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, but until next time, that's me, out. Bye, guys.